Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you with another new chapter of It's Hero Time, DxD. And yes, I'm finally back with a chapter like this. So, all you guys asking, you can now calm your asses down. Another chapter has finally released. Just letting you guys know, I can drop this story anytime I wish if I feel like it. Because again, unlike my What If channel, basically my main channel where I make most of half of my income here on YouTube from, is what's more important to me. This channel, on the other hand, is just a way for me to relieve a bit of stress that accumulates throughout my life. So it wouldn't be no skin off my bones to basically just drop this entire story as a whole by either deleting all of the videos for this fanfic. So just let you guys know. But I will give you guys a bone. Honestly, the wait for this chapter, I did it mostly on purpose after all. It was more of a way to punish those who continue asking for this story to come out when I have other stories I want to focus on just because I feel like it. So yeah, for all those who basically wanted this chapter to come out, which is basically a short one, blame those who continue asking. Now, with that little, rant out of the way, alongside a bit of a threat, let's get into this for a short recap. After Ben basically, defended himself and basically beat Risa and his cousin and they're in her peerage, basically, he soon told both Risa and Sona's peerage the truth about how the universe works. That aliens exist after all, not just that of the supernatural as well, and most likely that aliens are more powerful than those of the supernatural, within even showing actual proof about aliens truly do exist, not just with the Omnitrix, but also with that of a diagram showing the truth on how of every alien species that Ben has come in contact with, to be fair as well. With now knowing this, both Risa and Sona need to tell their, siblings about Ben being here at Kuo. As for Ben, it seems that he has more surprises this night, as an old frenemy shows herself, being Charmcaster, with that of a guest as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 6, Contingency Plans. Currently in Ben's apartment, Ben right now is a little bit on edge, given that Charmcaster, aka her real name, Hope, is in his apartment and found out where he is, with him a little bit weary, especially with a person that he doesn't even know, as this other person is a female. However, what stands out about her quite a bit is her brown tan skin, her brunette hair, which is basically in that of a bun, with her having that of a headset, her glasses, and wearing that of a dress that shows quite a bit of her curves, to be honest, with multiple slits, especially gives her quite a bit of a boob window to her, with her massive chest at that. And the look that she gives to Ben is quite downright, lustful at that. Within Charmcaster speaking up, saying, "Easy there, Tennyson. I'm not here to cause any trouble." With then soon Ben saying, "Oh yeah? Then why are you here, Charmcaster? Last time I checked, aren't you supposed to be dealing with my cousin?" With then soon Charmcaster saying, "Oh, right. Me and little Gwenny have a bit of a, ceasefire, as I have to say, at least for this year." With Ben raising an eyebrow and that of curiousness, with then soon, Charmcaster continues explaining, saying, "I have some business back in Leisure Domain, so I don't want to waste my time dealing with little Gwenny and her boy toy Kevin, after all. And also, I also made a promise to my Uncle Hex as well. So there's that reason too. As for why I'm doing here, as Charmcaster couldn't help but sigh before looking at the woman right beside her, I'm just returning a favor to a devil that I owe. She's been dying to meet you. With then soon Ben saying, okay, that doesn't sound right. With then saying, wrong speech, but all the same. With then soon looking at her saying, he's all yours, Lady Kateria. With then soon the woman known as Kateria can up and say, thank you, Hope. Or should I say Charmcaster saying, whatever, it's all up to you. With then soon stepping to the side as Kateria gets closer to Ben, but then Ben still being on guard, given that he can already feel the, pressure coming off of her. With then soon, she has that of a feral grin before going down to her knees and bowing to Ben, within saying, Benjamin Kirby Tennyson, I, Kateria Leviathan, have been dying to meet you for almost my entire life. It is truly a pleasure to meet you. With then soon, Ben couldn't help but say, excuse me? With then Charmcaster saying, yeah, I exactly saw the exact same thing. Just let her finish, you'll see. With then soon Kateria standing back up, with as having that of a little bounce to her chest after all, with making Ben's cheeks run red for a bit. Within soon she clearing her throat saying, allow me to fully introduce myself, Lord Ben. My name is Kateria Leviathan. I am a devil and descendant of the Leviathan household of the devil race. With then Ben saying, wait, you're a devil? Just like Risa and Sona and everyone else back at Kuo? With then Kateria having that of a twitching eye, Ben saw that before soon it disappeared for a split second and went back to that of a neutral look saying, I am nothing like those arrogant little brats. But they are not what's important right now. What's important is what I am here to do for you, Lord Ben. But first, again, allow me to explain. You see, unlike those girls, I am part of a faction of devils who continue to say with that of the original, who wish to stay in that tradition, keep everything the same as it was back for us devils. To them, to the current devils of today's society, they see us as that of the old Satan faction. With then Ben saying, okay, I can hear where you're going with this. With then Ben remembering everything that he was told by that of Risa and Sona about the current devils. However, they didn't say anything about that of the devil, about the old faction. Then saying, I'm not aware of your little faction. Care to bring it up at least a little bit more? Within Kateria having that of a smile on her face saying, of course, my lord. We, the true Satan faction, as we like to call ourselves, are the ones who are descendants of the original four Satans. That being those who bear the blood of Lucifer, Leviathan, such as myself, Beelzebub, and Osmosius. However, due to the actions of the civil war and those who rebelled against us, the current Lucifers are those who bear our names as nothing but titles, instead of understanding the meaning behind those names. Instead, to us, we wish to go to the same ways on how that of the devil race has always been. To us, we wish to continue what we used to do. For humans who wish to make contracts with us, we take their souls as payment. But nowadays, we take that of a small amount of energy from doing certain deeds from them. It's ridiculous. Not only that, due to we having that of reincarnated devils into our faction, acclimate our original homeland, the underworld, to fit their needs, which is again another ridiculousness. If the reincarnated devils wanted to live in the underworld and become devils themselves, they should be able to understand and get used to the situation, not to us acclimating to their needs when they are our servants. With then Ben narrowing his eyes a little bit, with raising one eyebrow up, with then she saying, But our main goal is to gain back our titles and our strength back as well, by any means necessary. With then soon Ben saying, I see. So you guys are so in the current generation now, you guys are no better than terrorists for your species. Am I getting this right? Since, well, you guys want to continue doing the old ways, well, it seems like the current generation of devils who want to do things differently. But with then soon, Kateria can't help but get annoyed at this. But soon she remembers that she's in the presence of Ben 10 of all people. So she can't get angry and snap at one of the most powerful beings in the known universe. With then taking a breath before realizing that she's in front of the person that she admires the most. With then saying, yes, you could say that. Personally, I don't believe in those ideals. Well, I do believe in the ideas that we need to revert back to how we used to be and not acclimate to that of the current generation of reincarnated devils. But I don't believe in basically causing mindless and meaningless destruction to take back the meaning behind our family names. The reason behind Kateria Leviathan, lost my seat as that of a devil wasn't just because of losing the Civil War. I lost it because I can't use my family clan's traits. Even though I am a descendant, due to devils not being born naturally, like humans or other species are born, we have our clan traits, our abilities, the things that makes us devils are becoming more rare and rarer. As for me, I was born through normal means instead of the usual means instead. Because of this, I do not have the clan traits of that of the Leviathan to control all forms of water, no matter how small it is. The only thing I can do is to make up for this. I learned new forms of magic and even body manipulation magic as well, to get the edge over my enemies. With Ben hearing this, becoming quite curious, saying, okay. So, saying, look, I don't wish to cause trouble for the current generation of devils. All I wish is to regain the title and name of Leviathan to me. I may not have my clan traits, but I will do anything to get it back, but not cause mindless, meaningless suffering in the process. Only two of my comrades, Shalba and Crucery, will do anything it means to get back their titles, even if it means hurting innocent people in the process. With then Ben saying, okay, I think I get where you're coming from, but what does that come with me? Or rather, how do you even know about me? Heck, Risa and Sona and everyone else here in Japan don't know a damn thing about me. With then soon, Kateria couldn't help but have her eyes widening before Charmcaster couldn't help but laugh. With then Ben looking at the white-haired young woman, but then say, I'm sorry, Tennyson. It's just that it's funny that you basically take pride in basically being a damn celebrity back in America, and yet nobody knows a damn thing about you here in Japan. You'd be surprised. It's 50 times worse back in the underworld, actually. With then soon Ben saying, you're what now? With soon Kateria continues saying, it's true, Lord Ben. You see, the reason on why nobody knows about you is the very reason on why not many of the supernatural knows about aliens as well. Those in power wants to keep the truth about aliens and even you a secret. To them, your actions in America were nothing but posted videos on that of the Devil Tube or that of TV videos. Honestly, it's kind of ridiculous and stupid that they would think that somebody of your status and power would be basically relegated to that of entertainment. It makes me sick to my stomach. With then soon Ben saying, so that's the reason why. With soon Ben coming to the realization saying, so the reason on why nobody here in Japan knows about aliens is because somebody at higher power knows. And then if that's the case, then somebody who actually has control over Japan as a whole is the reason why many of the former plumbers have gone missing or even come back as that have retired. I think I'm getting closer and closer to this lead. But the underworld, with then soon Ben saying, could you tell me on who's in charge of the underworld? Or at least for the devils? With then soon Kateria saying, of course, anything you need. As Kateria couldn't help but have that of a smile of a girl basically wanting to please the person she cares about the most. With Ben feeling somewhat creeped out by the look. With then Kateria continued to explain about the devil system, especially its current system, ran by that of the four great Satans, being that of Sarzech's Lucifer, Seraphol Leviathan, Ajuka Beelzebub, and Fabian Asmodeus, as each four of them take a certain job description that would need it in that of the devil, government system. Sarzech takes in that of internal affairs, settles disputes between that of houses, and making sure that certain, crimes basically committed against that house are dealt out swiftly and justly. Most of the time, given that we are devils. So there are times when things slip behind the cracks. Seraphol, as she basically spits venom in that of the, hearing that name, as she says that name, with then Sue, she is in charge of foreign affairs. She's in charge of making alliances or negotiating for that of other factions in other pantheons as well. Heck, there are times when devils cause troubles for these pantheons and has to smooth them over. If not, it basically start another war. And given that our race relies on that of other races and also in the making sure that us pure-blooded devils are not dead, let's just say we are not completely ready for another war, no matter how high our numbers are. With then Ben coming to realization that thinking, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's also Ajuka, who's in charge of technology advancement. Because of him, a lot of human technology that humans normally use has come down to the underworld and advanced us quite a bit. But let's just say many devils are too prideful to switch up their ways. So it's not really necessary. The only thing that's necessary is his evil peace system. With then Ben thinking, yeah, that evil peace system. With Ben remembering that both Risa and Sona reincarnated not just his cousin Issei, but a lot of people from Kuo into their peerage. With part of him not really liking the fact about that, to be honest. I mean, sure, he did use the Omnitrix and all of the alien DNA stored inside of it to save the hybrid species from that of the brink of extinction, which in turn saved the entire galaxy. But even so, he didn't use the Omnitrix to enslave the entire race to basically owe him for a favor after all. Unlike it seems like that of the evil peace system, which can basically be taken advantage of no matter what devil want. Depending on the person that the devil wants, they can basically do whatever they wish with them once reincarnating them. With then soon Ben getting back into Kateria's explanation, with her finishing off with that of Fabian, saying, and last but not least is Fabian, who is quite damn lazy. To be honest, he's in charge of that of military affairs. Basically, he's in charge of anything that would need that of the military and strategy and tactics. He's just too damn lazy to be useful in anything else besides that. As she basically scoffs at the fact about putting a person whose major sin is basically slothfulness in charge of military affairs. With then soon Ben saying, okay. With Kateria smiling again, saying, these are the four most important people in that of the devil race, and in charge of leading the current devils to the current future and destination. Fortunately, I still hate them with a passion, but they're doing at least a somewhat decent job. I just don't like them, especially that bitch Seraphol Leviathan. or Seraph Citri. With then Ben saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you just say Citri? Like Sona Citri by any chance? With then soon, Katera couldn't help but smirk, saying, huh, not surprising those damn bitches of Satan's sisters didn't tell you anything, my lord. It seems that you don't know that both Serzetches and Seraphal are not original names were that of Grimmery and Citri, the same as your little classmates at Kuo. With then Ben saying, well, holy shit. Well, that basically explains a lot. It almost, no wonder they seemed quite, well, full of themselves, to be honest, thinking that they could have handled me. Their siblings are basically their leaders. Well, now I know, and I'll be prepared. As Ben having that of a confident smirk on his face, within Katera couldn't help but shiver, saying, that confidence, it's quite the turn on, my lord. With then soon Ben feeling quite uncomfortable with his face going red, saying, okay, first of all, let's bring up the fucking elephant in the room. Why are you calling me my lord? With then soon Katera saying, oh, my apologies, my lord, as well. I should have spoken the reason why. You see, during a time about that of 2 years ago, I was involved in that of I found out about the hybrid and their DNA aliens, actually. With then soon Ben saying, are you serious? Within Sharpcaster saying, nope, she's absolutely serious, Tennyson. With then soon Katera can help but say, you see, within going into a flashback explaining the situation, with soon seeing that of both the leaders of the old Satan faction, or as they call themselves, the true Satan faction, as they are in a meeting room with a large circular table with that as Kateria alongside two others, one of them being Shalba Beelzebub, as he has that of, well, a handsome figure with that of long brunette hair that with one of the hair going down that of the entirety of the right on the right side of his face, as he has that of black armor and also a black fur coat as well. As for the other one being Cruciary Osmosius, as he has that of long black hair with that wrapped in that of a ponytail, sharp pointed ears, and and pale complexion as well, with him also having that of, well, a purplish black cloak robes as well, with him having that of a black robe covering him. Within Katerius saying, you say you found a new species of creatures never been seen before, Shalba? With then saying, I have. With then Crucius speaking up saying, then enlighten us. How is it that we haven't found anything like that? With then soon Shalba saying, well, it's simple, really. They have no magical power whatsoever. With then both Kateria and Cruciary couldn't help but be shocked and surprised. With then soon Kateria saying, that's impossible. Even the weakest magical human has that of magical powers. So how the hell is that? How is these new creatures you found have no magic? Within, Shalba couldn't help but smirk, saying, that's what I'm curious about. I'm wanting at least one of us to go and capture one of them, and then soon destroy, and then experiment on them. If we can capture many of them, we'll be able to use them as tools against those foolish false satans. Plus, let's bring up the fact that will also give us the advantage that we would need to gain more power within the Chaos Brigade. I'm tired of many of the others believing that they are better than us, when in fact we devils, those who bear the blood of the original Satans, are the superior ones. Within, Cruciary can up and say, well, if that's the case, that would be smart. With then soon Cruciary standing up saying, I think I will see about these creatures, see if they're worth any of the fuss after all. I'll capture one, and if I can, I'll capture many of them and torture them to join us. With then soon Kateria couldn't help but stand up saying, I don't think so. Knowing you, Cruciary, you would take too much of offense and basically belittle them so much to the point that you would kill all of them, not giving us any soldiers to be used. With then soon Cruciary saying, watch your tongue, girl! But then Shalba speaking up saying, no, Kateria is right. You're too hot-headed. With then he couldn't help but smirk and say, which is ironic given that your personality would fit if you had the Osmosis clan trait to master all forms of flames no matter what they are. With then hearing that, Crucius couldn't help but get that of pissed, looking at his allies saying, watch your tongue, Beelzebub. If you don't, I'll be obliged to basically rip it out. With it soon raising up his hand as demonic power begins to flow through it, as it soon crackles like that of lightning. If then soon Kateria couldn't help but sigh, saying, I'll be on my way to do this job. Shalba, I expect you to pay me for what you've done. With then soon Shalba saying, yes, just do what needs to be done so we can gain these new trinkets for our war and battle. With then soon Kateria basically leaves the room, as then she couldn't help but sigh, saying, how ridiculous, truly ridiculous. Little did Kateria knows she was basically being thrown into a freaking hornet's nest. During this time, she was basically facing against that of over hundreds of DNA aliens, with using her magic and also her body manipulation magic as well to basically get away with them. The only problem is that she also had that of a hybrid on her tail. With then soon the hybrid commander couldn't help but speak, saying, foolish girl, did you really think you could control us? Use us? Do not make us laugh. We are a superior species. We control everything. We have the right of everything. Even your miserable and pathetic life, human. With then soon Kateria saying, don't underestimate me. I am no human, you disgusting freaks. I am a descendant of the true Leviathan. I am Kateria Leviathan. Do not belittle me, you insect! As she sends a powerful blast of demonic magic, shooting it towards almost all of the DNA aliens, erasing them. Well, all those are in front of her. However, there still remains a few more, with some of them getting afraid. However, the blast soon stops, as raising its hand is that of a hybrid within soon saying, I will not lie, that did hurt me quite a bit. With then she couldn't help but be shocked and surprised and saying, but that was my most powerful magical blast. How did? With then soon saying, like I told you, I am a higher being, girl. With then Kateria was about to create that of a magic circle before then an explosion goes off, and that's of the hybrid base. With then soon the intercoms go over saying, we have more intruders, 3 of them. One of them has the Omnitrix. It's Ben Tennyson. With then soon the hybrid hears this saying, Tennyson. With soon basically walking away from Kateria. Within Kateria getting curious, saying, Ben Tennyson. With soon the hybrid commander saying, take her to a cell. I want to know the reason on why she believes she could have taken control of us. With then the DNA aliens listen to their commander as they were about to get to Kateria. With then Kateria saying, like I will, you damn freaks. With Sue teleporting away from them. However, she's still inside of the base, curious about what got the hybrid more worried about the explosion and intruders than her, somebody who is a descendant of the original devil race, somebody who bears the name of Leviathan. With then looking around, she soon sees that of multiple DNA aliens being knocked back easily without even breaking a sweat. One by that of a guy who looks like his entire body is made out of metal. A girl using that of magic. Well, in that of a weaker form of magic, as creating that of mana platforms and mana spears towards them. However, the one that stands out the most is that of a somewhat giant creature that looks like that of to her, a dragon on legs without any wings, as this being Ben in his humongousaur form, as he knocks by 15s of that of DNA aliens, with then Kateria getting somewhat curious on why these people that look like normal humans with that of magic basically except that of the somewhat wingless dragon, which got her more curious, especially since she doesn't sense any magic from him whatsoever. And yet, he's taking out these creatures without even breaking a sweat. With then soon, the humongousaur Ben saying, "Kevin, have you found it yet?" Saying, "On it. Still got DNA aliens on me." With then soon being knocked back by that of Gwen, saying, "You're welcome. Now you got no excuses." Saying, "Hardy hard hard." With then Ben heading to that of the control systems, with then trying to access its information banks. With soon the hybrid commander saying, "Tennyson." With then Ben looking at the hybrid commander saying, "So you have come. It's bad we have one nuisance coming after us. Now we have you to get in our way as well. I'm guessing that woman was with you to begin with." With soon Ben saying, "The heck you talking about? We just showed up. I guess if somebody else is messing with you hybrid bastards, then I guess I owe them a Mr. Smoothies after this. Whoever the hell they are." With then Kateria couldn't help but be confused, saying, "Mr. Smoothies? The hell are they talking about?" With soon the hybrid and Ben began to battle, throwing that a flurry of punches, and Ben trying to use his tail, but then extending his size at least a little bit more, which also got Kateria also confused, believing that dragons can't extend their size unless they have that of a higher evolution when getting stronger. This creature was able to extend their size on will, with then soon having that of a height advantage. The hybrid commander begins to struggle a little bit. However, even so, Ben still struggles as well. With soon Ben saying, "Kevin, anytime now, buddy." With then saying, "Hold it, Tennyson, I'm on it." And with soon saying, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me." With soon Ben saying, "Kevin." With then Gwen getting close to Kevin. With soon, without even breaking a sweat, she basically kicks the monitor. With soon they got the information that they needed. But soon Kevin looks at Gwen saying, "You're welcome." With Kevin couldn't help but smile at Gwen, now having access to the data, using his plumber badge to basically scan the data that they need. They soon leave. Kevin soon screams out, "Ben, we're good now. Finish him off." With soon, Ben couldn't help but smirk and humongousaur smile, that saying, "You thought you would never ask." With soon finally having that of an extra source of strength, he soon slams the hybrid into into that of a bunch of DNA aliens, before then basically peeling off that of the floors, before slamming it down on that of the hybrid over and over and over again, before it soon goes unconscious. With then soon Ben reverts back to normal, as then Ben, Kevin, and Gwen soon leave. With soon Kateria couldn't help but be utterly confused and shocked, saying that creature, it was human. that person was a human? That's impossible. Could it be a changeling? No, changelings would have to have the forms, would have to know what they're transformed into, and I did not know what kind of creature that was. Within soon, a couple of DNA aliens soon found Kateria. Within, she soon teleports back into the underworld, as she soon catches her breath, wondering about the people she saw, as she remembers hearing their names, Kevin, Glenn, and Tennyson, or rather, Ben. With then, soon hearing this, Kateria couldn't help but be wanting to be curious about these humans who are able to handle the very species that she was trying to control. After months upon months upon months of research, she finally found Ben, and that of his hometown of Bellwood, with then finding out that he was just a normal teen, however, a normal teen with a mysterious device that allowed him to transform into mysterious creatures. Believing that originally it was a sacred gear, however, there was no sacred gear that basically allowed a person to transform into other creatures. It had many sacred gears had characteristics of certain elements, abilities, and allowed magical powers, but they never allowed them to transform into unique creatures at that, which caused her to be more curious. She even had to call in a few favors using the spies of the old Satan faction to basically gain information about Ben Tennyson. Then she finally got the information. Turns out the Satans and the four Satans, even that of a few of the cadre, knew about Ben Tennyson, or as his moniker or hero name is Ben 10. Considered to be the most dangerous and most powerful person on the entire planet, even more powerful than the gods of the Hindu pantheon, even more powerful than that of Thor as well, and Xerxes too. Basically, he's more powerful than all the top 10 beings on the planet, but not possibly even able to equal that of Great Red and Office. With hearing this, Kateria couldn't help but be somewhat terrified that a mere human is possibly on the same level as that of Office and Great Red, the two dragon gods that control that dimensional gap. Wanting to know how is this even possible, Kateria began to keep up and update on everything that Ben has done for the past 2 years since getting back the Omnitrix, even going further beyond that when he was 10, when he got the prototype Omnitrix, realizing that this boy was born to be a hero from the very beginning, even as a child. At first, she believed that she could have manipulated Ben into working with the old Satans, but then realizing that would be impossible. Even though this guy is an egomaniac back in the day, he's still a kind-hearted, caring, and is always willing to do the right thing to basically save others, no matter what. Which means that manipulating him to do anything for the Satans, for them, would be impossible. However, she was attracted to Ben, not because she was curious about how a human have this much power, but is also attracted to his power as a whole. Due to this, Kateria began to fawn over Ben over and over, even kept it a secret from her allies and from her faction as well. Not even Cruciary or that of Shelba know about her obsession and fondness for the universe's greatest hero. And that's the reason on why Kateria is in love with Ben, or is obsessed with Ben at that. With then soon, Ben saying, "Okay, I think Jeffrey now has a rival for the title of my #1 fan." With then, as he says this quietly, however, Kateria couldn't help but hear that, and her eyes couldn't help but twitch, thinking that somebody has more of a title than her. With then, realizing that she heard that, but then soon Ben internally thinking, ah crap, I shouldn't even tell her about Momo either. With then soon Ben clearing his throat saying, okay, so you're basically you're not just obsessed with me, you're basically my biggest fan in simpler terms. With then Kateria saying, well, I'm more of an admirer of your power and strength, but you could say that if that helps you. With then soon Ben couldn't help but sigh, saying, so what's your reason for here? Still think you can control me? Within, soon saying, of course not, my lord. I would never do something so blasphemous and ridiculous to control you. I wish to do anything I can to help you. Seeing that you are here in Kuo and here in Japan for a reason, it has to, and you're no longer in Bellwood, I wish to see what you need my help for, which means that you are now involved in the supernatural. I wish to help you in any way I can. Please, use me in any way you wish for information to help you on your mission, or even intimately as well. As she says this, what almost looks like hearts are basically in her eyes. Within, Ben basically looking down at her as she kneels down even more, almost like that's an obedient servant. But then Ben come up and say, oh God, this is going to be something crazy. And I've dealt with more crazy things than this. But it's still unnerving. With Soon saying, Kateria, right? With then Soon, Ben looking at Charmcaster. Within Charmcaster saying, hey, don't look at me. I said she used to teach me things about magic besides my uncle. I didn't say, she's your problem now, not mine. With then Soon, Ben saying, damn you. Even when you're not trying to be a pain in my ass, you really are. With Soon, Ben saying, Kateria, I appreciate your help, but aren't you, well, Risa's and Sona's and basically all the devil's here's mortal enemy? And aren't they your mortal enemy? I'm basically somewhat in a, well, friendly alliance with them currently right now. So you being here could cause a trouble. With then soon Kateria saying, no need, my lord. I can do whatever you need. I can hide in the shadows and come whenever you need me. Besides, they haven't noticed that I'm here yet either. With then Charmcaster saying, she's pretty much right. Her magic power is so much greater than those those girls and devils back at your well, temporary school. There's no way in hell that they'll be able to beat her. Heck, she can basically take them all down without even breaking a sweat. That's just how powerful she is. With then, Ben couldn't help but widen his eyes before then saying, okay then, if you had any issues to tastefully take them out, even though you say you don't want to, would you take it? With then soon, Kateria saying, possibly. However, as long as you're here, then I will not. If you ask me not to, I won't do it. Do you not want me to? With then Ben basically completely freaked out, saying, okay, internally she's really starting to wear me out. But if I have somebody in the devil race, I could possibly find the information that I need for my mission here in Japan. So that even though they're part of the old Satan faction, they may have connections outside of the devil faction, outside to other factions and pantheons that I need. Alright, hopefully this will work. Old Tennyson charm, don't fail me now. With Ben clearing his throat, slicking back his somewhat, semi-messy hair right now, with then saying, Kateria, for trying to help me out, I'll basically consider it. If anything, if you could use your influence and connections that you do have to help me out on my job, I'll consider helping. I'll help you out as well. Not causing world domination and enslavement of humanity and all that, but I'll help you in any way you need that won't cause collateral damage and many innocent people's deaths. How does that sound? With then saying, you don't need to help me in my goals or in the old Satan faction's goals, my lord. I'm only here for you and you alone. If you even want me to abandon my faction, I will do so. That is what's more important. You are what's more important to me, to anything. With then Ben saying, holy crap, I didn't even need to use the Tennyson charm. She's already completely in charm without me even trying. With then Ben saying, okay. With Sood, Ben saying, all right, if I want to keep you in contact, do you have a cell phone? With then soon Kateri saying, no, I have no need for human technology when I can use magic to contact people. But if you need me to get a phone, I will do so. With then Ben saying, as long as you get a phone, I can be able to contact you using the Omnitrix. That's why it'd be easier on me. With soon Charmcaster saying, I guess I'll do that. With soon, she begins to chant, and soon, a spell circle soon appears on Ben's new and improved Omnitrix, before it links it to that of Kateria, as the spell circle was basically planted in between her breasts. With then soon, Ben saying, what the? Charmcaster? Don't worry, it's nothing dangerous. Heck, if anything, any form of magic I'd probably do put on that would be dispelled. Whatever the hell that new watch of yours is, it's able to deflect any form of magic that I use that would cause harm to you or it. With then, Ben raises his eyebrow saying, whoa, gotta say, Asmund thought of everything when he decides just giving my ultimate aliens back. With then soon Kateria saying, well, that settles that. Thank you, Hope. With soon she's saying, yeah, that's enough freebies I'm ever going to do for you. Like I said, since I'm a lot more stronger than you are now, after all. With then hearing that, Kateria saying, watch your tone, girl. You may be stronger, but I am still your teacher. You wouldn't be at this level if it wasn't for me. Remember your place. With then saying, yeah. I'll remember my place when I remember that you're still talking to the new ruler of Ledger Domain. With then soon, Kateria couldn't help but grit her teeth and growl at the young woman. With then Ben saying, all right, you two, no arguing, and don't turn my apartment into a battle zone. I just got the place, after all. With then soon Kateria seeing that Ben's in front of her and asking her to stop, saying, of course, my lord. If that's what you wish, I will stop. With then soon, Charmcaster couldn't help but scoff, saying, is this how I was with Michael? Seriously, I really dodged a bullet breaking up with him. Speaking of, with soon opening that of a magic portal, saying, I'll catch you later, Tennyson. Lady Kateria saying, now that I know that my lord is here, I have no need for you, Charmcaster. So, you can be gone. With then saying, all right, good on me. With then soon going through the pink-like portal. With Sood, Kateria saying, I'll see you when you ever need me, my lord. I'll be waiting for your call. With Sood creating that of a spell circle with that of the crest of the Leviathan clan under her. Before she has that of a happy and joyful smile, and soon disappears. Within, Ben couldn't help but finally have his arms down, slump to the ground, and then go to his couch, feeling absolutely exhausted, saying, aliens, intergalactic warlords, facing against an entire species, saving the galaxy, fighting against that of a celestial sapien, and even traveling against dimensions through the multiverse, and even fighting across time and space, and even finding out the fabric of the universe. And right now, all of those combined in that of a boss gauntlet in a video game couldn't put me in a more exhausting mood than I am now. Seriously, why didn't Gwen tell me that the supernatural was more weird than aliens? With then soon thinking about his dweeb of a cousin, with then saying, also, speaking of her, she needs to tell me what kind of ceasefire she has with Charmcaster. as he's about to call his cousin, which is most likely early in the morning given that it's nighttime where he's in right now, which should be pretty easy. Back at Kuo Academy, both Sona and also Rias in their peerage are still together, with then they both having that of viewing magic circles in front of them, as in Rias's one, which shows that of a young man with a handsome appearance with crimson red hair the same color as Rias. Not only that, he also somewhat resemble Rias's facial features as well, with him having that of a look of understanding, with still having that of a calm and caring smile, as this being her brother and the leader of the devil race, Serzetch's Lucifer. For Sona, on the other hand, she having that of an annoyed look on her face, looking at the spell circle in front of her, with a person in front of being in it, as it being a girl with that of black twin tails, a pretty beautiful and young appearance as well. However, she has that of a magical girl cap on her head, with her actually looking somewhat worried for her little sister, actually, with as this being Seraphal Leviathan. With soon Rias couldn't help but finish saying, and that's why he is here. He's on a mission, so we wanted to tell you this as well. With then starts saying, I see. Thank you for telling me this, Rias. Well, me and Seraphal will come in contact with each other and explain the situation. With then Seraphal saying, right, Serzetch's Chan is right. Don't worry, Sotan. We'll take care of that big meanie Ben Tennyson. He may be the universe's greatest hero and has one of the most dangerous weapons in the known universe, but trust me, we can handle it. And hopefully he won't cause any more trouble for you girls. With then soon Sona couldn't help but get annoyed at her older sister's antics, as she internally thinks, act like a damn Satan, will you? You're so damn embarrassing. With then internally saying, then please do so, Lady Leviathan. With then soon Seraphal saying, aw, Sotan, why are you treating me like this? With then soon Seraphal basically dispersed this magic circle. With then soon Rias couldn't help but have that of a pitying look on her face, with that of a pitying smile towards her childhood friend. With then soon Rias saying, thank you, brother. I'll keep in contact with you another time. With then, as the magic circle also disappears, as everybody else in the peerage couldn't help but feel a little bit worried. With then soon Rias saying, like my brother said, and Lady Leviathan too, everything will be fine. And besides, Ben Kun didn't seem like he was a trouble at all. If anything, we're the ones who jumped to conclusion. With then soon Ben saying, I don't know. This is still that bastard cousin of mine. He could be still hiding things, President. With then Momo saying, you barely know your cousin, Hayato. What makes you think that he can't be trusted? Besides, I trust him more than you. Hearing this, Issei Kano would say, Hanake-senpai, that really hurt. With then soon Konako cannot speak up, saying, I'm with her on that one. Your cousin is more trustworthy than you are, you stupid pervert. With then another dagger to his heart coming from Konako as well. Within soon, both Rias couldn't help but smile, within Sona couldn't help but sigh with a smile as well, believing maybe things won't be so bad. Back in the underworld, currently in that of the meeting room where where Seraphal and Serzetch's actually had that of a meeting, as Seraphal was about to do her show, basically the adventures of magical girl Leviathan. She soon reverts back into her normal business wear attire, with that of a green dress shirt, a plaid skirt, and also that of black leggings. Within soon, Cersei saying, of all the places that Benjamin Kirby Tennyson, aka Ben 10, could be at, it just had to be at Kua with my little Riastan. I'm within right now. Cersei is having that of a look of utter fear on his face. With then soon, Seraphal having that of a stoic look, but also still pretty worried as well, as her fists are shaking, saying, I know he's supposed to be a great hero, but this is the same person that fought against a celestial sapien. Of last time, if I recall, back then a celestial sapien was able to beat the God of the Bible, the very God that is our mortal enemy, the very God that's actually dead. With then soon, Ajuka saying, I talked with Lord Asmith. He told me that he had a special project to work on. He didn't say that it had to do anything with Ben Tennyson, so I didn't think. Most likely, if it involves the Omnitrix, and if it involves Ben Tennyson, my master will know. With then soon, Cersei just couldn't help but get annoyed looking at his best friend, Ajuka, with then saying, tell me, Ajuka, he is your master. Why didn't you know? If he knew about Ben Tennyson being there, I could have warned Riastan not to do anything. She literally attacked Ben Tennyson. She could have died. And yet, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I... Without warning, soon, Falbian, no longer sleeping, actually slaps Cersei in the face, with the other two Satans somewhat confused and shocked. With Falbian and that's of his bald-headed glory and basically regular beard as well, couldn't help but sigh and say, Cersei, calm down now. Look, you forget that this is Ben Tennyson. He may have had issues in the past and was quite arrogant, but this is still a person who has basically done so much for the world, more than even we have done. He has saved this planet, the galaxy, and the universe more times than we could have. Many of us could have died so many times as well, and yet we are here because he was here. We need to instead of putting fear behind the person with the most powerful weapon in the known, and that of 5 galaxies, how about we try and we finally do what we've always said to do. We need to make an alliance with the plumbers. It's finally we stop putting that aside. Don't you agree, Seraphal? With then soon, Seraphal looking at her fellow Satan before taking a sigh, saying, given that this must be a sign for me to stop procrastinating on that, then yes, I guess it's time. If we make an alliance with the plumbers, if I last recall, the Gogori also has an alliance with them as well, which also makes it within Cersei's finally calming down, saying, at least a step closer to our own peace with our own faction as well. With then, soon, Ajuka saying, indeed. It's why I've always recommended that we make an alliance with them. They may be humans and aliens, but they have done so much to try and help this planet alongside Tennyson. I think it's time that we finally do what we've always need to do. With the help of the plumbers, we can achieve peace a lot faster than we have before. With now, the 4 Satans nod at this. With now, thanks to Ben's interactions, things for the devil race, the angels and fallen angels, may change for the better. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Let's read them. So, yes, this was another information chapter just like the other one. And yes, the last girl for that of Ben and his harem is Kateria Leviathan. The reason why? Let's bring up the fact that devils are obsessed with power. They've always loved power. And I also hated the fact that the old Satan faction was nothing but death fodder throughout the series, basically being killed by people who are basically 5 times stronger than they are. Kateria literally self-destructed after she lost to basically Azazel after all. Honestly, I want to try and make the old Satan faction have at least a lot more depth to them. Well, at least Kateria at that. So, I made her a person that's attracted to power, and since Ben is considered to be the most powerful being in the entire galaxy, yeah, she's attracted to Ben more than anything. And now you guys know the reason on why a lot of people don't know about the supernatural in Japan, and also the devils not knowing about Ben either, because those in power are keeping the secret about aliens and Ben as a whole, because again, it would be dangerous. I mean, would you guys go after the person with the most powerful device in 5 galaxies and can also turn into aliens that can basically destroy the entire planet without even breaking a sweat? No? Then yeah, it's best to keep the secret about a freaking 18-year-old that destroys the world. So yeah. Any rate, now with this chapter out, time to take another breather. So you guys think I was going to start another one? Hell the fuck no. You guys are going to wait another one. Keep on asking, and chapters like this are going to continue being taken forever for me to upload. So yeah. Any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date my videos when I upload on the channel. Also check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon alongside of Cash App as well. So, with all that said, this is Yamuki, signing out. Later guys, and take care.